This is Immortal Works Flash Fiction Friday, Episode 60, 1 Minute from Hades, by Stan Johnson. You have 60 seconds, Mr. Nepotian. Bruce Nepotian's heart stopped. How does a man make the kind of choice he was faced with in a mere minute? How was it possible that today had arrived so soon? He had thought that the 15 years was all the time in the world when he'd first signed the deal. Please, I need more time. 55 seconds. Bruce gazed at the worn parchment in his hand, and then at the darkened man opposite him. Ragnarok could have been mistaken for a Fortune 500 CEO, but his appearance didn't change the fact that he worked for Beelzebub. Please. 50. Nepotian's mind refused to think clearly. Images of all that he'd lose with death battled for his attention. He was scheduled to go on a cruise with his wife Joan next weekend. There was the awards banquet tonight. He was the keynote speaker. He had to be there. He thought of places he still wanted to visit, the people he still wanted to meet, the victories he still had to win. The end of pleasurable nights with Joan haunted him. They'd been together since high school. It was too early to end their love, and what of his daughter? Hadn't the money and power been a good thing? His charitable donations were regularly in the six-figure range. He'd even managed to save his marriage. Joan was filing for divorce just before he agreed to Ragnarok's terms. 16 seconds. Nepotian could feel the strength leaving him. Every moment of hesitation closed an invisible noose tighter on his throat. His eyes bulged, and in his mind he could see the darkness of death looming up to greet him. Bruce seized the antique pen from Ragnarok's hand, and in a moment of panic scrawled a name across his own. The pressure ceased instantly. Then he realized what he had done. Ragnarok snatched the parchment from the mortal and read it with a bemused expression. After a moment he said, "Tell me, Bruce, are you a Christian?" Nepotian nodded dumbly, tears in his eyes. "What a delicious irony," Ragnarok laughed. "Saved by grace." "Well," the demon continued, "you have 60 years. Plenty of time to think about what you've done and how you traded your soul for life. I wish you a good day." "You monster! You fiend!" Nepotian choked, grabbing in vain at the contract. "Me? Monster?" Ragnarok asked. Under arched brows, his eyes shone with amusement. "Considering the name you just wrote over yours, I'd suggest you think twice about who you call monster." And with that, the demon was gone. Nepotian collapsed on the floor of his office, a fountain of tears. 20 miles away, a small girl was playing in her bedroom. She poured tea for her dolls, then looked up to see a shadowed, well-dressed man was suddenly in her room. "Grace Nepotian?" the man asked. "Daddy told me not to talk to strangers." "Fair enough. You'll only have to worry about it for 60 seconds. Thanks for listening to Immortal Works Flash Fiction Friday. If you have a story you want read on our podcast, submit it by going to our website, immortal-works.com.